Deep in the tropical heart of Thailand, just 20 minutes south of the bustling city of Pattaya, lies a place that seems to have been plucked straight out of legend. Welcome to Ramayana Water Park, the largest water park in all of Thailand and one of the most ambitious aquatic playgrounds ever built in Southeast Asia. Spanning an almost unbelievable 170,000 square meters, this is not merely a water park. It is a sprawling mythological universe where ancient stone ruins rise from the jungle, where 10-foot statues of monkey warriors stand frozen in eternal vigilance, and where 21 water slides wait, coiled like serpents, ready to unleash chaos on every visitor brave enough to climb their towers. Inspired by the legendary Ramayana epic, this park was built not just as an amusement destination, but as an immersive journey through a forgotten ancient world. Every pathway, every carved archway, every crumbling pillar tells a story. And as thousands of visitors pour through its gates each day, one thing becomes immediately clear. This is a place where adventure is not optional, it is mandatory. Construction of this remarkable site began over a decade ago when a team of designers and engineers set out with an audacious goal to create not just a functional water park, but an entire world unto itself, one rooted in mythology, theatrical theming, and genuine architectural ambition. Premium water slides were imported from some of the world's leading manufacturers, while artisans crafted elaborate ruins, sculptures, and carvings meant to evoke the feeling of stumbling upon a long-lost civilization reclaimed by jungle and time. The result, completed after years of meticulous work, stands today as one of the most celebrated water parks not just in Thailand, but across the entirety of Asia, drawing comparisons to some of the finest aquatic attractions found anywhere on the entire planet, a remarkable achievement for a single destination. Let us begin our journey at the entrance, where the transformation begins instantly. The moment guests step through the gates, the modern world seems to dissolve behind them. Ahead lies a landscape that feels untouched by time. Lush tropical foliage curling around stone ruins, hidden statues peeking out from behind dense greenery, and in the distance, the unmistakable roar of rushing water, calling adventurers deeper into the park. Somewhere within this jungle of carved temples and ancient legend, something is about to drop, splash, race, or spin, and the excitement in the air is absolutely electric. To truly understand the scale of this place, consider this: 170,000 square meters is roughly the size of 24 full football fields. Visitors here are not simply strolling from ride to ride. They are embarking on a genuine expedition, one that demands sunscreen, stamina, and an unshakable willingness to scream at the top of one's lungs in the name of pure joy. Now, deep within the park, rising high above the tree line, stand the crown jewels of Ramayana Water Park, the slides. 21 of them in total, each one engineered with its own unique personality, its own thrill level, and its own particular brand of terror. Among them, one slide reigns supreme in both reputation and sheer audacity: Freefall. As its name suggests, this slide does not ease riders in gently. It drops them, instantly, vertically, with all the mercy of a trapdoor swinging open beneath their feet. Riders climb to the very top, hearts pounding, knees wobbling slightly in the thick tropical humidity. And when they finally reach the edge, there is a pause, a single suspended moment of pure anticipation before gravity takes over entirely. What follows is nothing short of spectacular. Down below, cameras catch the unmistakable mixture of pure terror and pure delight on every rider's face as they shoot downward and crash into the splash pool, emerging moments later breathless, soaked, and already grinning from ear to ear. Time and time again, the same scene repeats itself. Someone climbs the tower with visible nerves, disappears down the slide in an instant, and resurfaces seconds later utterly transformed, practically vibrating with adrenaline, already asking when they can do it again. It is a curious thing watching this ritual unfold over and over throughout the day. Each rider approaches the climb differently. Some sprint up the stairs with theatrical confidence, only to freeze the moment they glimpse the drop from above, suddenly reconsidering every single decision that led them to this precise spot in their lives. Others move slowly, deliberately, visibly negotiating with their own nerves with every single step, only to leap without a second of hesitation once they finally reach the top. And then there are those rare few who seem entirely unbothered by the whole ordeal, strolling up with the casual indifference of someone running a quick errand before disappearing down into the abyss as though it were the most ordinary thing in the world. Whatever the approach, the outcome is almost universally identical. A brief scream, a tremendous splash, and an explosion of laughter the moment they resurface. But freefall is far from the only star of the show. Nearby stands a fascinating dual-lane racing slide where pairs of riders launch simultaneously, side by side, in a thrilling competition to see who reaches the splashdown first. Friends challenge friends, siblings challenge siblings, strangers challenge strangers, and in the few electric seconds it takes to descend, alliances are formed and rivalries are born, all settled in one glorious splash at the bottom. Elsewhere in the park, an entirely different kind of slide awaits, one shrouded in complete darkness. Visitors enter a tunnel so pitch black that, for a brief, disorienting moment, all sense of direction disappears entirely. Flashes of colored light occasionally pierce the darkness, illuminating sudden twists and unexpected turns, transforming what looks like a gentle ride from the outside into something closer to a fever dream on water. Guests emerge blinking into the sunlight, momentarily stunned before bursting into laughter, already turning to strangers in line to recount exactly what just happened to them. And it is here, in these queues winding up toward the slide towers, that one of the park's most charming phenomena takes place. Complete strangers, united by nothing more than a shared destination at the bottom of a slide, begin cheering each other on. An elderly gentleman, easily in his 60s, strides confidently toward the darkest slide in the park, with the calm of someone who has faced far greater challenges in life. He disappears into the tunnel without hesitation, emerges moments later with barely a ripple of expression, and simply nods before walking away, an instant legend among the nervous first-timers still waiting their turn. From the towering chaos of the slides, our journey now leads towards something altogether different. The colossal wave pool, stretching an astonishing 150 meters across, like an ocean conjured directly into the jungle. Half of this pool offers calm, gentle waters, perfect for relaxed floating, while the other half churns with genuine rolling waves, capable of catching even the most confident swimmers off guard. Guests bob along on brightly colored tubes, some attempting daring acts of wave-riding heroics, only to be promptly humbled and sent tumbling beneath the surface in spectacular fashion, emerging seconds later, laughing, spluttering, and utterly delighted by their own failure. Surrounding this aquatic spectacle, the natural beauty of the park reveals itself fully. Green hills rise gently in the distance. Natural lakes shimmer beyond the park's borders. The entire scene feels less like a man-made attraction and more like a secret paradise stumbled upon deep within an unexplored jungle. Families build elaborate sandcastle-style structures at the water's edge, fully committed to the beach experience despite being nowhere near an actual ocean, while ancient stone statues gaze down at the festivities with an expression of permanent, watchful amusement. There is a particular rhythm to this wave pool that becomes apparent only after watching it for some time. The waves do not arrive randomly. They build, gradually, in deliberate cycles, starting small and unassuming before swelling into genuinely formidable rolling crests, capable of lifting tubes clean off the water's surface. Seasoned visitors learn to read these patterns, timing their entries and exits with practiced precision, while newcomers inevitably find themselves caught off guard at exactly the wrong moment, sent tumbling beneath the surface in a flurry of bubbles and surprised laughter. Lifeguards posted at regular intervals along the shoreline watch over the entire spectacle with practiced calm, occasionally blowing a whistle to redirect an overly adventurous swimmer, but otherwise content to let the organized chaos play out exactly as intended. From the wave pool, the park's pace shifts entirely as we follow the gentle, winding path of the lazy river, a 600-meter aquatic journey that drifts through hidden caves, past trickling waterfalls, and through bursts of bubbling geysers that erupt without warning, startling unsuspecting floaters into delighted shrieks. Here, the energy softens into something closer to a dream state. Sunlight filters through artificial vines overhead, casting dappled patterns across the water's surface, while the current gently guides tubes around every bend, occasionally speeding up just enough to keep things interesting. At certain points, the river runs shallow enough to reveal intricate tile mosaics on the riverbed below, depicting scenes straight from ancient mythology, silent storytelling hidden beneath the surface for those patient enough to look down. Visitors drift past one another in companionable silence, occasionally exchanging a wave or a knowing smile, all equally entranced by the surreal, almost meditative atmosphere of this 600-meter escape from the chaos above. The caves along this stretch of river deserve particular mention, carved and lit with such careful attention to detail that for a brief moment it becomes genuinely easy to forget one is floating through an artificial attraction at all. Shadows dance across textured stone walls, distant dripping echoes faintly through hidden passageways, and then, without warning, a hidden waterfall releases its full torrent directly onto an unsuspecting raft below, drenching its occupants in a sudden, theatrical baptism that never fails to draw a burst of surprised laughter from everyone nearby. It is theater disguised as relaxation, and it works remarkably well. For younger explorers, and for those simply seeking a gentler introduction to the park's wonders, 2 dedicated kids zones offer a smaller-scale version of the excitement found elsewhere. Miniature slides twist and curve through shallow pools, while splash buckets tip over at unpredictable intervals, soaking delighted children below. Parents linger nearby, some quietly testing the smaller slides themselves under the thin guise of supervision, clearly enjoying the experience just as much as their children. These zones operate on their own distinct rhythm, gentler and slower than the rest of the park, yet no less joyful. Toddlers wade tentatively into ankle-deep pools under watchful parental eyes, while slightly older children race confidently between attractions, already comfortable in this miniature aquatic playground built specifically for them. Brightly colored sculptures of friendly mythological characters watch over the proceedings, transforming what could easily be a simple splash pad into something far more memorable. A small corner of the park's grand mythology, scaled down just enough for its smallest visitors to feel like adventurers in their own right. Nearby, in one of the park's most unexpected delights, a floating market rests gently atop one of the natural lakes, its wooden boardwalks bobbing slightly with the water beneath. Visitors wander between stalls offering refreshing drinks, local snacks, and small souvenirs, the entire scene feeling like a charming detour into a different world entirely. Proof that this park's ambitions extend far beyond simply moving water downhill at high speed. The market itself buzzes with a quieter, more relaxed energy than the rest of the park, drawing in visitors looking for a brief pause between adventures. Vendors call out cheerfully to passers-by, offering tastes of tropical fruit, ice-cold beverages, and handcrafted trinkets that serve as lasting reminders of the day's escapades. The gentle sway of the boardwalk beneath one's feet adds a subtle, almost playful instability to the entire experience, a small reminder that even here, in this momentary oasis of calm, the park has not entirely abandoned its sense of theatrical adventure. As the day stretches onward and energy begins to wane, attention naturally turns towards sustenance. Scattered throughout the park, themed restaurants serve an impressive range of authentic Thai dishes alongside international favorites, satisfying every imaginable craving after hours of slides, waves, and rivers. Visitors settle into shaded seating, plates piled high, savoring flavors that rival restaurants found well outside any amusement park's gates. Adventurous guests, unable to read the menu but encouraged by curious waitstaff, find themselves pleasantly surprised by unexpected flavor combinations, proving that sometimes the best meals come from simply trusting the process entirely. The dining experience here carries its own quiet charm, offering a welcome rhythm shift after hours of screaming, splashing, and racing. Long communal tables fill with exhausted families, comparing notes on their favorite rides of the day, while nearby, a group of friends animatedly reenacts their reactions to freefall, complete with exaggerated screaming and dramatic hand gestures. The aroma of grilled meats and fragrant Thai spices drifts through the open-air seating areas, mingling with the chlorinated scent of pool water and the distant, ever-present roar of rushing slides somewhere beyond the trees. For those craving a moment of genuine respite, private shaded cabanas dot the landscape, offering brief sanctuary from the relentless tropical sun. Here, exhausted adventurers recline, fan themselves lazily, and watch the ongoing spectacle of the park unfold around them. Distant screams from the slide towers, gentle splashing from the wave pool, laughter drifting from the lazy river beyond. And the location itself deserves recognition. Nestled within a scenic valley, surrounded by rolling hills and natural lakes, with a renowned vineyard resting just minutes away, Ramayana Water Park occupies a setting that feels almost too picturesque for something so deliriously chaotic. One could, quite plausibly, spend a morning conquering freefall and an afternoon sipping wine among vineyard rows, a combination either perfectly balanced or wonderfully absurd, depending entirely on how that first slide treated you. Few water parks anywhere in the world can claim such a striking, almost contradictory backdrop, blending serene natural beauty with relentless high-octane spectacle in equal measure. What becomes increasingly clear as the day unfolds is the careful rhythm woven throughout this entire experience. Moments of pure, screaming adrenaline are deliberately balanced against stretches of calm, meditative relaxation. The wave pool's chaos gives way to the lazy river's tranquility. The terror of freefall dissolves into the comfort of a shared meal beneath shaded cabanas. It is a masterclass in pacing, ensuring that no visitor, regardless of age or energy level, ever reaches true exhaustion before discovering something new to enjoy. Designers clearly understood a simple truth. Sustained thrill without rest becomes exhausting, while sustained relaxation without thrill becomes forgettable. And the genius of this place lies precisely in refusing to settle for either extreme. As golden hour finally arrives, casting long shadows across the ancient ruins and turning the wave pool's surface into shimmering amber, the full scope of Ramayana Water Park reveals itself. This is not simply Thailand's largest water park. It is an immersive, mythological adventure disguised as a day of aquatic fun, a place where ancient legend and modern thrill-seeking collide spectacularly, where strangers become momentary allies in shared terror, and where every soaked, sunburnt, exhausted visitor leaves with the exact same wide, unmistakable grin. The evening light transforms the park into something almost otherworldly. The stone ruins, bathed in warm orange light, seem to glow with renewed life, as though the ancient civilization they represent has briefly stirred awake to watch over the day's final adventurers. Slides that roared with activity all afternoon begin to quiet, their lines thinning as exhausted families gather their belongings and make their way toward the exit, trading stories of their favorite moments, already debating which ride deserves a second attempt on their next visit. Children, finally worn out after hours of non-stop motion, drift towards sleep in their parents' arms, clutching souvenirs purchased earlier at the floating market, dreams undoubtedly filled with towering slides and rolling waves. For anyone finding themselves near Pattaya with a free day, the message is simple and unanimous: sunscreen on, dignity optional, and an open mind absolutely required. Because within these jungle-covered walls, surrounded by ancient stone guardians and 21 water slides waiting to test your courage, an unforgettable adventure is patiently waiting, ready to drop, splash, and surprise you at every single turn. Few destinations manage to combine sheer physical thrill with such genuine artistic ambition, weaving mythology and adrenaline into a single cohesive experience that lingers in memory long after the swimsuits have dried and the sunburns have finally faded.